I also will be very short. I already reported to the Standing Committee and I've distributed my report. It's on the racks. It's an extensive report. It was distributed a week ago exactly to maybe trigger some questions or some interest from your side. I've distributed also in Vienna to the Permanent Council a week ago so that maybe also the governments might have an interest in our work and might suggest you some questions. So I will not walk you through all the reports. I'll just limit myself to a few highlights. But first of all, let me first thank our Georgian hosts for this great event. Speaker Upashvili, the government, all the staff of the Parliament. You've done a remarkable work. I know normally the thank you to the host country is something that we do everywhere, and it's something that you might think it's a rhetorical thing. But here I hear from all my colleagues, all the people who have done this for 24 years, that it is really outstanding. From the last person who has put the carpets here, to the electricians, to the cameramen, the drivers, all the people who have worked together with us, the liaison officers, and of course at the highest level of your cabinet. They have done a great job, and so the thank you notes that you hear, it's not just the normal rhetoric that you would hear in every meeting, it's really coming from the heart. So thank you very much, because this was my first experience in this job, and I really like to thank you for this. The other point I would like to make is that, as this was my first experience, the conduct of this assembly from our side, from the OSCE Secretariat side, was mainly done by my colleagues, Gustavo, Semyon, Odile, Kurt. They are the ones who have done this with a lot of experience in the past. As I have used the word common sense for the first 6 months of my tenure, I thought the best thing to do was to let them do their job. They know what to do, and try to observe, try to give some ideas. But I basically let as much work be done by Gustavo, by Odile, by Semyon, by Kurt. They are the ones who have done this with experience in the past, and I must say thank you to them also, because it's thanks to them that this... I've been 6 months in this job. I focused my job on two main priorities: an internal reform of the Secretariat and an external outreach to our partners. Internally, I've tried to introduce some basic rules for the staff, some rules and regulations that would give a bit more security to the staff. Now everybody has signed new contracts based on rules and regulations which are recognized by the Bureau, and they are the foundation on which we want to build a new modern OSCE Parliamentary Assembly. On the external side, I have tried to reach out to the ODIHR, to the OSCE governmental side, to the other institutions, because I have one clear point in mind, is that I think those who have established the OSCE, those our founding fathers in 1975, they thought there are sets of values that we have to defend, and there are sets of problems in the OSCE regions. And so let's put together a number of institutions which are all tools to address those problems. So rather than focusing on our self-promotion or our institutional self-promotion, we should try to put all the assets that we have, and here we have 323 members of parliament. It's the representatives of 1 billion people. This is our asset that we offer to the solutions of the problems in the OSCE regions and to defense of the values that the OSCE has. So I believe very much in working in synergies with our partners, and I will continue to work in this direction, of course, if this is the will of the members of parliament. I'm here to serve you. Les activités qu'on a développées dans les derniers mois, je ne vais pas vous les présenter tous, vous les avez déjà vus à la commission permanente il y a quelques jours, et ils sont déjà présentés dans le rapport. Je voulais juste dire un grand merci à tous ceux qui ont participé directement à ces activités. Le plus grand patrimoine de l'Assemblée parlementaire, ce sont les parlementaires. Nous, le secrétariat, on est là juste pour faciliter votre activité. Mais c'est vous qui donnez la visibilité à nos activités, c'est vous qui nous donnez aussi la ligne et les idées pour faire des activités sur le terrain. Et donc, c'est un grand merci à tous les membres du Parlement qui ont participé et à ceux qui participeront dans les prochains mois. On a une session de automne à Skopje qui sera très intense, mais il y aura aussi beaucoup d'élections. On aura des élections en Biélorussie, on aura des élections en Russie, On a une élection en Géorgie, ici, en octobre, très importante. On a des élections au Monténégro, en Moldavie et aux États-Unis d'Amérique. Donc, j'espère que beaucoup de vous vont participer dans ces missions, dans une position de leadership ou dans une position d'observateur. Mais merci à tous les membres du Parlement qui participent. Mi permetterà, Presidente, di dire di nuovo 2 parole in italiano. Raramente ho usato l'italiano nelle sessioni dell'Assemblea parlamentare, ma lo faccio perché voglio usare questa occasione per fare a lei un profondo ringraziamento. Oggi con questa sessione si concludono i 2 anni del suo mandato. Lei ha guidato l'Assemblea probabilmente durante gli anni più difficili degli ultimi 25 anni. C'è stata la crisi in Ucraina, intorno all'Ucraina, c'è stata la crisi migratoria, abbiamo una grossa crisi, il terrorismo internazionale. Lei ha anche gestito con grande capacità e delicatezza il passaggio di una nuova leadership al segretariato internazionale. Non era una cosa scontata, sappiamo tutti quanti elementi anche emozionali e personali c'erano in questa vicenda. Però lei è riuscito a tenere la barra dritta, a portarci in un porto sicuro e devo dire grazie alla sua leadership e garantire ovviamente a tutti i membri che lavoreremo con la stessa intensità e con la stessa esperienza e con la stessa professionalità con il nuovo Presidente che l'Assemblea sceglierà oggi. Grazie mille signor Presidente, sono a disposizione per qualsiasi domanda.
This was one of the evidences that we have succeeded to find a very, very good Secretary General for our organization. He has succeeded very well in his various